Let's begin by creating a pivot table. Now, pivot tables allow you to do analysis, special calculations, or display data to make it easier for management to look through it. So how would you go about creating a pivot table? Well, if you click on A2, now you can just highlight, drag it down, and get the whole table in there. And that would be fine. Or if you are into shortcut keys, you can click on A2, do Shift Control down, Shift Control right arrow, and you get it highlighted that way too. Now, as far as to create the pivot table, whenever you want to insert anything in Excel, it's in the Insert ribbon. So once you're in there, go to Pivot Table, which is the first one on the list, and tell it from table or region, because that's what we're using. We're not using external data or PDF. We're using a specific table. So we'll click on that, and it's going to ask me, well, where do you want to put it? We're going to put it in a new worksheet, and go ahead and click on OK. Now here's our pivot table workings. Now we can name our pivot table. Well, we can when we're completed, but let's go ahead and get everything done. We want to add the data service, the number of claims, the claims value, the insurance payment. But for this case, I'm going to take the claims value and put it over in rows. So you have the date and you have the claims value, then it's showing you the actual number of claims and the sum of the insurance. So once I've got that done, my pivot table is completed. Now rename it, whatever you choose is okay. Pivot table new, if you want. You can also go through and give it a different color, tab color. There we go. We'll make it blue and we'll put it right after pivot tables. So there's your pivot table assignment, and here's the completed one. So what can you filter for? Well, if you click the row label, now you can choose pretty much any dates. So let's uncheck a bunch of dates. Let's choose the last 5 to 7, just to show the ability to filter. And now you have your pivot table just showing for about the last week of November. So that does conclude how to insert a pivot table. Now let's look at